Alright guys, it is Kieran from Red Devil Weekly, and tomorrow Manchester United take on Newcastle in, some would say, a must-win game. Some would say, obviously it's the last game before the international break. I don't think it's a must-win game. At the same time, we need to get back on track. We really, really do. And the way we're playing away from home, nothing is guaranteed in this match. But you guys already know that by now. Before I get into it, please do leave a like and also leave your thoughts in the comment section below. Your predictions for the Newcastle game. Will we finally get a win on the road? Please, please, let's deliver that. But anyway, we're going to get into the preview. And the first thing I want to talk about is Newcastle. And they're not doing great. They're not having the best of seasons. Got walloped by Leicester 5-1. 5-1 was it? All I know, they got walloped by Leicester. They're in the relegation zone. Steve Bruce is quietly confident about the match, obviously saying in the press conference that it's a wonderful time to play us at the moment, which, to be fair, you can't really disagree with them. But ultimately, Newcastle's team isn't great. It's not performing at the moment. It's got some decent players in there, individually. Obviously, Joel Linton as well up front, the big money signing, potentially could cause our defence problems. But ultimately, Newcastle fans will not be very confident going into this game, but neither will United fans. And to be honest with you, after what happened against AZ Alkmaar, it's very hard to be confident going away from home as a Manchester United fan, especially with our record away from home against Newcastle, because to be honest with you, it's not brilliant. Obviously, last season we picked up the 3 points when Solskjaer was having his kind of bounce, but our record away from home at St James's Park isn't brilliant if you look back. So it's one of those grounds where you never know what's going to happen. Newcastle, our team to turn up against the top six. They do seem to like to turn up against the top six at St James's Park. Obviously, beating Manchester City and also giving Liverpool a really good game last season. So they've got good players and they've got the ability to turn up when they want. But this season, they just haven't turned up whatsoever. And we can take confidence from that, but at the same time, our team isn't going to be at full strength. There's still some injuries. Lingard, of course, got injured against Alkmaar. Pogba won't be back, until the international break. Aaron Wan-Bissaka is still a doubt. Anthony Martial as well is still a doubt. So our team is probably going to be very, very similar to the one we put out in the Europa League, which is sad because I don't think many people want to watch that. I mean, I don't think any United fan want to watch what happened against AZ Alkmaar again. If it is, another 0-0 draw it'd be shocking. So in some ways I'm confident about the match because Newcastle are so poor, but this Man United team at the moment, it can just make poor teams look really, really good. And now we could do that against Newcastle, no problem at all. In terms of the starting 11, I think David Ayer will start. I think we're probably going to go with Ashley Young and Maguire. Tuanzebe, I think Tuanzebe could get a start. He was actually quite impressive in the last game he started against Rochdale. And at left back, I think we're going to go with Diogo Dalot, actually. I think we might go with Diogo Dalot. I thought he was actually alright against Alkmaar. Midfield, don't have too many options, I'm afraid. I think McTominay's going to come back in. I think it'll be McTominay, Mata, and Matic, which isn't the most mobile midfield, but what else have we got at the moment? Then the front three, I reckon he's going to play 4-3-3. I reckon we're going to see Rashford up front, Daniel James on the left, and on the right, it's going to be a difficult one. I think we'll probably see Andres Pereira. I think the team will be very, very similar to the one that started against Arsenal. And in terms of the score, I mean, as I said, predicting a United score at the moment is absolutely ridiculously hard. So I'm going to go with I like to be positive. I'm going to go with a 2-0 win to Manchester United. Goals from Daniel James. I reckon he might score another away goal for United. And I think maybe Harry Maguire. It's his time to get his goal, his first goal for Manchester United. It could be another ball draw. We could get beaten. I've got no idea, to be honest with you. I really, really don't. But if you think you've got an idea, let me know your thoughts in the comment section below. Subscribe to the channel as well if you are new. And I'll see you after the game.